Well, welcome back to another coffee and a chat. It's really hot outside, and I actually have some air conditioning on today. We don't do that all the time, but sometimes, sometimes it's nice to be able to do. And I almost feel cold. And we set our air conditioning at 80. So it's, I don't know, just one of those funny takes on life that, it feels that much different from being outside that it actually feels chilly to me. But when I sit here for a little bit, I adjust to it, and it won't be so it won't feel so much that way. I'll probably actually start feeling warm. But everything kind of has to do with our perceptions of things and kind of what our situation is. Like I know people that think we're crazy that we set our thermostat at 80 if we have the air conditioning on, because they're trying to keep it at 75, 70. Marvin and I would freeze to death at that. We're just acclimated for it to be warmer, and because we're tough and we take it. I don't know, but it's like we all are coming from our own place, and we kind of see things through our own eyes. And today I just had kind of a little bit of a wake-up call, a little nudge from the Lord that, when I'm going through my stuff in my life, don't be so focused on myself that I miss what somebody else might be going through. So we had to go to the vet this morning, had to take one of the puppies in, no big deal. Everything's fine. It was actually a good visit and kind of a happy situation. It wasn't like, anything was really wrong or anything like that. It's just one of those things. The puppy needed to go to the vet for a little, checkup, and, things are good, and it's a great puppy. It's one of the ones that's still looking for a home, and he is an awesome puppy. Oh my word. Yeah, he is so smart and so good, and walks on a leash quite well. He's 3 months old, and he walks great on a leash. He's pretty much housebroken, definitely crate trained. He's gotten some of his shots, and yeah, he's gonna, whenever we find wherever he's supposed to be, I don't know why. I do know why. I think the biggest struggle we're finding with trying to find homes is people are having a hard time affording things. And, they may want a puppy or a kitten or whatever. There's expense that comes with that. And I know one of the guys that had, wanted to take one of the puppies, changed on that. Because he's like, I can't hardly feed my family. How am I going to feed, a dog too? And he is a dog person. He was going kind of nuts because he doesn't currently have a dog, and he's always got dogs. And so he was like, definitely, got to get a puppy. And took pictures of one of them, to send to, to his wife or girlfriend or whatever. And, and she's like, yes, get it. We need a dog. And, and then he's like, changed my mind. Decided I needed to be a little more practical. This is not a good time. And, and I think I've told you guys that before. He has a good job and she has a good job, and they still are struggling to make ends meet. And I totally understand. And I don't want my puppies to go someplace where somebody's going to be stressed out about them. I want them to go where they will be loved, and which they would have been there, but where they'll be loved and cared for and appreciated and wanted and have their best life ever. Because I'm definitely a dog person, and not everybody is, but if you are, I get it. That's our family. So we still have a couple of puppies that we didn't intend to still have, but we do have them right now. Well, they're still waiting to find their forever homes, and we do have a guy we've got to get some pictures to. One of them or both of them may have found a home. We'll see what happens. But anyway, one of them needed to go in to see the vet today. And while we were there, we're having fun. I mean, the puppy is so cute and so loving and so well behaved. I'm like, this should be this should be what we're keeping. This dog is awesome. But, everything, it was good, and it was a follow-up to another procedure. So it didn't even cost anything, no charge. I mean, we were having a great day at the vet. Well, as we're sitting there waiting, a couple about Marvin's and my age came out, and the wife was waiting, you know, with the gal at checkout, and the husband, I noticed, came out kind of sniffling, and when I heard him sniffle, I thought, well, that doesn't sound like a runny nose. That sounds like crying. And I looked up at him, and there were tears. This is going to get to me. It got to me there, too. And then when they took care of, you know, the bill and everything, and they started to walk out the door, the wife just burst into tears. And I'm like, going, they are not having a good day at the vet. I know beyond a doubt, because I've been there. I know what that is. They had to bring in their beloved pet, their member of the family who they cherished and loved, and it was their last day, and they had to say goodbye. It was not a good day at the vet for them. And I was thinking, it was just a little over a year ago. That was Marvin and I. We had to take in our awesome dog that we had, King David. He was amazing. And this dog really loved me. He kept me within his sight all the time. And he was always wanting to be with me. And he loved Marvin. But I think because I'm the one that feeds them, they tend to have a little extra something for me. But we thought it was just a simple problem, you know, and they just give him some medicine or do a little procedure and he'd be okay. And we didn't know how sick he was, and that he actually was already in the process of dying. So we're going into the vet thinking we're just going to get a little something, he'll be okay, and we'll go home and it'll all be better in a day or two. And it's not how it was. And we had to tell him goodbye, and we weren't prepared for that. We didn't know that was coming. And I can remember, because the vet was like, you know, do you want us to take care of him, or do you want to take him home? We're like, no, we're taking him home. And, you know, and this might be too much for some of you, but I'm telling you how it is. I want you to know how much we love this dog. So we're like, no, we're taking him home. Because we do, you know, we've lost pets. We have our family cemetery of pets that have died. And when I came, I had 3 little dogs, and well, my mom and dad had taken possession of my 3 little dogs, and they were old. And when they got here, and so they've all 3 passed away by now. The last one, she was just within a week or 2 of turning 19 when she passed away. They had long, good lives, but we've had to say goodbye to them. And so they're, you know, we had them out there, and then we had to add this one. And anyway, I can remember, you know, the vet helped Marvin take him out through the back, because he was a good-sized dog. You know, he weighed, what, I don't know, 45 pounds. And anyway, they took him out and laid him in the car, and I had to go pay the bill. Boy, that's a bill that's really hard to pay. And so I remember standing there like that woman, trying to hold myself together. And Marvin got to go out with the back with the vet, so nobody saw him and his tears. And then after everything was taken care of and paid, you know, because at first they're all like, oh, and then when they see what you're paying for, then it's like, I'm so, you know, sorry. And they try to be really, you know, careful about stuff, and they know you're in a very tender moment. And so we went ahead and you know, I paid the bill and then went out and got in the car and just lost it all the way home that night. Kept waking up in the night crying and calling for my dog. So if you're not a dog person, you won't get it, and that's okay. But if you are a dog person, you know. I'm a dog person. And when I saw that couple today, I know. There wasn't anything I could do, you know, for them. They don't know me. I have no idea who they are or anything. But I knew what had happened. I knew what their loss was. And I wanted to go give them big hugs, but I knew that wouldn't have been the right thing to do right then. They just wanted to get out of there. And I remember. And that's what the Lord was really dealing with my heart today. Here you're in here, you're having a great day. Everything's going great. The puppy couldn't be any better. They're not even charging you for the visit. I mean, come on, girl, you've got this. You can be, way up there having a grand old time at the top of the mountain. And these people, they've sunk into the lowest part of the valley. And even though I was on top of the mountain, I needed to go to the valley. Even without saying anything to these people or anything, I needed to remember. I needed to feel that pain. See, God does great things through pain. He does great things through loss. God has taught me a lot through the loss of that dog. We had we had our female that we've got now. We had her. She was his best buddy. And I'll tell you this, when King didn't come home to her, she grieved. In fact, when we took one of her puppies to the vet today, and when we walk out the door with any dog, and especially if we're going to the vet, like she knows, she freaks out like they're not coming back. And then when we do get home, she has to inspect them and make sure everybody's okay and everything, I know that traumatized my dog too, losing him. And so, not that it took away from the joy of my day, because it didn't. But I stopped and I had to push back the tears when I realized what was going on. And then, we had the joy of, the rest of what we need to take care of with our puppy. And then, we're going home and, and I'm like thanking the Lord. Oh, you guys, thanking him for a healthy puppy that's doing great. Thank you that there was no charge. Like, that is, that is a miracle we needed. And thanking him for all that he's done for us. And Lord, that couple, what they're going through. And so, even though, I said there was nothing I could do for them, but that's not true. They probably don't even know I was sitting in that room. They were not aware of anything. Their grief was overshadowing everything. But see, I don't know who they are, but I know that God had me sitting in that waiting room when they came out. And God allowed me to understand and know what was going on. Now, I don't think things happen for no reason at all. And the Lord began to talk to me about, you're having a great day. They're having the worst day. It doesn't take away from your great day, but you need to take a moment and care about their worst day. And you need to pray for them. So now I came home and I wrote them down in my prayer journal. I've been praying for them already, but I wrote them in my prayer journal because I was like, Lord, I want to pray for these people for 40 days like I do anybody else. Even though they don't know me, they don't know I was there. And they have no idea I'm praying for them. And I just wonder if maybe they don't know the Lord. And if today, and maybe they don't know him. Either way, I don't know. But they could know him. And how God could be meeting a need in their life and they don't even know how he's meeting that need. Because they're still going to grieve. They're still going to hurt. They have to. Because they've experienced a great loss. But in that, somebody is lifting them before the throne of God. And they don't even know it. And that is going to make a difference in their life and getting through the grieving process and all that they've got to go through. It does help. It does make a difference. And I thought, here God is doing something for them and they don't even know it. How many times has he done that for me? Now, I had a choice. I could have been like, I don't want to think about this. Don't ask me to deal with this, because I've cried for them. My heart is hurt, and I've been reliving the pain of my own loss. But I could have said, don't make me go there, Lord. It's too much. I don't want to go there. It'll ruin all this. But he told me it wouldn't ruin it, and it hasn't. So I went ahead and went there. And I believe that there's a blessing. I know there's a blessing every time we do what God asks us to do. And I know there's a blessing in this for me. But I don't even really care about that. I just care about these people and what they're going through. So I guess my challenge is for myself to not be so caught up in my own life, even if I was having a horrible day, even if things were not going well for me at the vet, even if we had some big charge that we were going to have to pay and figure out, even if it was all of that, I can't be so wrapped up in my own thing that I miss what somebody else is going through. Remember the other day I said how my mom and my grandma both were like, you're always average. There's always somebody worse off than you, and there's always somebody better off than you. There's always somebody smarter than you and somebody not as smart as you. There's always somebody richer than you and somebody that doesn't have near as much money as you do. You're average. My day, no matter how great it is, it's falling in the middle. No matter how horrible it is, it's falling in the middle. There will always be somebody better off and somebody worse off than me. And as a follower of Christ, I cannot be so wrapped up in my own life and my own world that I fail to see what somebody else is going through or what they may need from me. Today, it's prayer. Tomorrow, it may be something else. It may be a hug. It may be a smile. It may be a $20 bill. I don't know. But whatever it is that the Lord asks of me, I don't want to say no, or it's not convenient, or I can't. I want to do what he asks of me. Because see, when I want to do what he asks of me more than I want to do what I want to do, then he's in his right place in my heart. And that is the most important thing. So that's my challenge today. That's what I feel that God was showing me this morning. And I want to share it with you because you may be having an awesome day. You may be having an awful day. You may be having a whatever day. But whatever it is, may I say that to you too, that don't be so wrapped up in your own life that you miss what's going on around you. Because whatever you're going through, good, bad, or indifferent, God has something that he desires from you for his kingdom. And if you and I are so wrapped up in ourselves, we'll miss it. And we don't want to miss it. All right. For all of you out there going through a loss today, it hits my heart. Those of you that need prayer, please leave it in the comments, or if you don't want to make it public where everybody can see it, send me an email, write me a letter. Somebody write me a letter. I love getting letters, and I haven't had one in a while. That's what I need today. I need somebody to write me a letter. Yes, my P.O. box is in the description of this video, and so is the email address. So there's a couple of ways to get hold of me. And I tell you, every single one of you, my prayer journal is many pages, but I just add you, I will add you in there, and I will pray for you every day for a minimum of 40 days. Even I had a gal ask for travel mercies for her daughter and updated in the comments that her daughter arrived with her children just fine. But I want you to know that I'm praying for you for 40 days, and I will continue to pray for your daughter and her children for those 40 days as well. I know the power of prayer. I know the importance of prayer. I know it's not the least we can do. No. It is sometimes the greatest. Many times it is the greatest thing we can do. But if you don't know the power of prayer, if you don't understand the importance of it, then it is like, the least we can do. And I've been there. I've looked at it that way. Not anymore. Nope. Prayer moves mountains. So, okay. I love you guys. And I if you need prayer, please let me know. I would love to pray for you. It would be my honor. And if you're a praying person, please keep me in prayer. Keep me in prayer. Keep this channel in prayer, that God would be honored and glorified through it, and that it would bear fruit for his kingdom. It's what I want. All right. I love you guys. You have an awesome day. And I've got the apron on. It's time to go back to work. Get something done. And I will talk to you again real soon. All right. You guys have an awesome day.